We all have this classic money problem, right? How do we make our savings actually do something for us without just locking it away and throwing away the key? Well, today, we're going to dive into a really cool strategy that can turn that pile of cash from dead money into a super flexible, hard-working asset.
So does this ring a bell? You see those higher interest rates on fixed-term deposits or CDs, and you think, yeah, I want that. But then you see the fine print, you have to lock your money up for years. It's kind of nerve-wracking, right? What if you suddenly need that cash? It's a super common dilemma that puts a lot of savers in a really tough spot.
And that right there is the heart of the problem. For a long time, traditional finance has basically told us it's a rigid choice. You can have high, stable returns if you lock your money away. Or you can have instant access, liquidity, but you'll get next to nothing in interest. It always feels like you have to pick one. But what if you didn't have to choose? What if you really could have the best of both worlds?
Okay, let's get into it, because there is an awesome and brilliantly simple solution to this whole mess. It's called the laddered CD method. And trust me, it's a powerful way to get the returns you've been looking for, but with the flexibility you absolutely need.
So what exactly is this thing? Well, at its core, the ladder method is all about one simple idea. Instead of making one big deposit, you break it up into several smaller ones. So instead of putting all your eggs in one long-term basket, you create, a ladder of deposits, each with a different maturity date. And it's that simple act of splitting it up that unlocks all the magic. And you know what the best part is? Setting this up is so straightforward. It's one of those great, disciplined, set it and forget it kinds of approaches. You can build it in just 3 simple steps. So let's actually walk through how you can build your very own financial ladder, starting right now.
All right, here's the blueprint. Step 1, you divide your funds. So let's say you have, $30,000. You'd split that into 3 equal chunks of $10,000 each. Easy enough. Step 2, you stagger the deposits. You'll put one chunk into a 1-year CD, the second into a 2-year CD, and the third into a 3-year CD. And step 3, and listen up because this is the most important part, as each CD matures, you take that money and you reinvest it into a new 3-year CD. This is what creates that awesome rolling cycle.
And this is where the strategy really comes alive. Just follow the timeline here. After that first year, your 1-year CD matures. What do? You roll it right into a new 3-year CD. The next year, that original 2-year CD matures, and you do the exact same thing. And look, by the time you hit year 4, you've reached the promised land. You now have a high-yield 3-year CD that matures every single year. That gives you annual access to a chunk of your funds, while the rest keeps earning that sweet long-term interest.
So what have we got? We've got flexibility and better returns. But the power of this method, it actually goes even deeper than that. You can think of it as a strategy that plays both offense and defense. It's amazing at protecting you against one of the biggest unknowns in all of finance, interest rates going haywire.
And this brings us to a huge advantage. Think about it. What happens if interest rates go up? Well, you're not stuck. As a piece of your ladder matures each year, you get to reinvest that money at the new higher rate. You get to ride that wave up. But what if rates fall? No problem. A big chunk of your money is already safely locked into those older, higher-yield CDs, protecting your returns. It's a total win-win that you just can't get with a single lump sum deposit.
There's a really great way to think about this. It's less like a savings account and more like a cash flow system that you build yourself. See, you're not just stashing money away. You're creating this predictable, disciplined rhythm. You know exactly when your funds are going to be available, which creates a super reliable cash flow that you can actually plan your life around.
Okay, so we've covered how it works and why it's so darn effective. But that leaves us with the big question, right? Who is this actually for? Is this powerful tool the right fit for your personal financial goals? Well, this method is absolutely fantastic for a few key types of people. It's amazing for managing an emergency fund because it gives you access to cash without completely sacrificing your returns. It's perfect for more conservative investors who just want that stability, or really for anyone who loves a low-maintenance, set-it-and-forget-it kind of plan. And of course, if you're planning for a goal that's a few years out, or you're just really focused on managing risk, this strategy provides a super solid, reliable foundation to build on.
So, let's leave you with this one thought. We live in a world that changes incredibly fast, and your financial strategy really needs to be just as agile. The ladder method, it isn't just about squeezing out a little more interest. It's really about giving your money, and let's be honest, yourself, the freedom to adapt. It's about making sure your assets always have that flexibility to pivot, no matter what the world throws at you next.